G'day guys, 7th of August today. I just got a text from Collections telling me to give them a call. Otherwise I might get a $102 late fee slapped on. Well, that's interesting considering last week they told me it's on hold until the 1st of August.
An outstanding balance of 280, and that's been put on hold until the 31st of August.
31st? Oh, okay. I was unaware it had been put on hold. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call the High Court and see if they can tell me what's going on with the appeal that I filed last week.
Welcome to the High Court of New Zealand. Your call may be recorded for reference purposes. Please hold for one of our representatives. Welcome to Judicial Justice. Speaking of Mark, how can I help?
G'day Mark, Mark here. I don't know if I can class you as Mark 1 or Mark 2. Sorry, I'm calling in regards to an appeal I filed via email last week. I've got a Department of Collections chasing me for a fine. Part of the appeal is that the court costs were incorrectly issued by the Manukau District Court, which is part of the appeal. So I'm just wondering if you can tell me what's happening with it before I ring the Department of Collections and let them know what's going on.
Let's have a look. Mark, can I have your last name, please?
Sure, Keen, K-E-E-N.
Yep, thank you. Just bring it up here. Okay. So you've applied just to appeal this very recently and
yeah, on the
District Court, is that right?
No. Well, I know I can appeal it at the District Court, but considering the District Court stuffed it up the first time, I would have thought that I'd have to go to a higher jurisdiction, such as the High Court.
Understood.
So,
Sorry,
I mean, it was in front of a JP the first time. As to who, I don't know. I've been trying to get a copy of the transcript since a week after the judgment on the 7th of July. It's when I first asked for it. And that was on instructions from the Ministry of Justice. When I rang them, they says, well, Department of Collections, they says, well, email the Ministry of Justice and ask them for a copy of the transcript, because I'm appealing the fact that there was no beyond reasonable doubt. I mean, they had no witness identifying myself as the driver, and so they jumped onto the old presumption of guilt to the registered owner.
I see, yeah.
And my point being is that the court costs that the JP issued orally was $30, and the following day Manukau District Court issued the notice of fine with $130 court costs. And the only way to prove that is to get a copy of the transcript from Manukau District Court showing what the judge said. But then they're somewhat not willing or wanting, and I've filled in an application for court documents. I've requested under the District Court access to court documents. I've done all the right things. I've heard absolutely nothing from Manukau District Court in response to it. Probably because the transcript will show that they stuffed up. I don't know. But I can prove it another way, because I recorded the hearing myself. So it's already up on YouTube showing the judge issuing it. I've played that back to the Department of Collections and to the Ministry of Justice, and they still need the transcript. I've even gone so far as emailing the other party, Auckland Transport, the prosecutor, asking him if he could confirm the court costs were $30, and he said yes, it was. But the only way I can prove it is getting a copy of the transcript, and as Manukau District Court don't want to even acknowledge the fact that I've requested this, my next step is appealing in High Court over the court costs issue as well, because they can say no to me all day long, but they're not going to be able to say no to the High Court requesting them supply the transcript. So it's stupid that I've had to go through this sort of rigmarole.
So unfortunately, Mark, I've had a very good look there, and nothing's shown up as a court date for your appeal hearing, which what that means is that hasn't been set down the hearing date yet.
Sure, case management.
I was able to locate the case that you are talking about at the moment. I'm not sure if you want the case number for this infringement. I don't know if that will help with you sort of locating that transcript. well, when you're making that request for the transcript.
What do you mean by case number? The CRI or the CRN?
Yeah, CRI and also the CRN. So the CRI is the case number, whereas the CRN is the actual charge.
Yeah, the charge reference number and case reference index. Yep. I get that, and I've got both of them on memory.
Okay, yeah.
But is there a CIV number being issued to the appeal yet?
No, that's what I was just looking at. So what that would sort of say to me is still in the beginning stages.
Yeah.
When it comes to those, I know they can take a couple of weeks sometimes before a court date is set down. Just due to a lot of paperwork that has to be filled out beforehand.
Sure, I did fill out a beneficiary waiver form as well for it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So you should also be notified by post when that date has been set down. But yeah, we'll be able to tell you over the phone if something has been.
If a date's been set for the case, I take it it's a case management conference that happens first, or a case management hearing.
There's a little bit behind the scenes before we get to see it on our system, but yeah, there is obviously has to go before a judge or something first before they can proceed with that. But yeah.
Right. Because as part of the High Court rules, I think it was 20.9, that I also put in the appeal that I'd want to file an amended notice of appeal, because without the transcript I can't really reference anything. I can give you the recording and reference the timestamps, but what's the point when you guys really need the transcript? So then I can use that and refer to the correct paragraph numbers and give the points of appeal and grounds and whatnot. But sorry, I'm only self-representing, so learning as I go.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you're following all the correct procedures there. Unfortunately, I don't have any good news in the way of an update for you. So you've already sent that request for the transcript through to the Manukau District Court.
Well, I Ministry of Justice and Department of Collections, because what happened is it took a week, because I live rurally. I didn't get the notice of fine until the 7th of July, which was a week after the hearing. So then after getting that, I rang the Department of Collections. They said, well, contact Ministry of Justice. Both of those entities turned around and said, well, you need to get a hold of the transcript. And the Ministry of Justice says, well, just email them. And I mean, I've been self-representing for 10 years, and I've requested transcripts many times via email. Never have I ever been asked to fill out an access to documents form, but I did it anyway. So on the 11th I emailed 3 requests. Then they sent me back the access to documents form to fill out, so I filled that out, plus made my own access to documents application as well, including that as an authority, the access to documents form. And I've heard nothing from them, not even an acknowledgement for the request, absolutely nothing. And like I say, I suspect it's because the transcript, because I've also told them what they're doing is they're committing fraud. They're Section 240 of the Crimes Act. They're not acting fairly under the Fair Trading Act by issuing a fine a day later that's incorrect with the court costs. That's fraudulent. So perhaps that's why they don't want to supply it. I don't care. I'm quite happy to start filing, professional torts of negligence against the registrar staff if they don't want to start doing their job properly. But I don't want to have to do all of that. All I want is the transcript and, day in court to get the appeal sorted.
You sent that original request for the transcript on the 11th of July.
Yeah,
they sent you back the forms to fill out. And when did you send those back in?
On the 17th, along with with my own application. And then what I did after that is every step of the way, including the emails from the other council saying yes, court costs were only $30. I've forwarded it all to the Department of Collections and kept them informed of the whole thing. They turned around when I rang them last week. Department of Collections said, well, look, we've put it on hold until the 1st of August. And I said, oh, well, that's good to know. But then what sparked my phone call to you today is because I've just got a text from the Department of Collections telling me they're going to slap a $102 enforcement fee on it and that it's now overdue. So I'm sitting here scratching my head going, it's overdue? Hang on, it was on hold last week until the 1st of August. So perhaps it's a computer-generated auto message that comes through because it is the 7th of August, exactly a month since I got the fine. So don't know.
Well, what I would suggest to reply back to, sorry, it was collections that was sending you.
Yeah, I'll contact
the
them.
most recent one. What I would suggest is saying, look, I've filed for an appeal. That sort of lets them know that, okay, there's something going on.
I've emailed copies. All of that to the inquiry, or the fines.inquiry email at the Department of Collections, and they're all aware of that. Like I say, I suspect it's probably just a computer-generated auto thing that's come out. But yeah, I don't want to let things like that go slide, because the other issue is still that even if the appeal takes several months to carry on through its process, I'm still going to get hit with this fine, which is incorrect, saying that I owe them $100 more than what the judgment was.
I see.
So, you know, I don't even like it on record that they're saying I owe them $280 when it was only $150 for the ticket and $30 for the court costs, which was $180. So.
Yeah, I see.
It's a complete cluster.
Sounds like you're doing everything correct there. So yeah, my usual suggestion would be to email through, but you've already done all of that.
Yeah, I've been doing this for 10 years, mate, and it's the first time I've had to come up to the High Court and file appeals, so that's why it's all sort of new to me. I've got another friend that deals with the High Court a lot, who currently does have torts of professional negligence against some lower hut registrars, but and he's sort of advising me as well. But yeah, it's first time for High Court, so I do get the process and how important it is to document. I mean, I've got documents, screenshots of everything. Nothing I can't. There's nothing I don't say that I can't back with actual physical evidence. So yeah.
So the other thing I suggest, Mark, because we've pretty much already covered everything here. What I can do though is let's see if we can get through to your case manager there at Manukau to see if she's free to speak to about that transcript.
Sure, that would be awesome.
Okay. So is it okay if I just briefly place you on hold while I make that call?
Yeah, of course. No problem at all.
So hold the line there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark. Let's see if the High Court can do something with these guys. So now the High Court is calling and informing the District Court in Manukau. Let's see what happens. Sooner or later something's going to get sorted.
Okay, thank you for holding. Unfortunately, that did go straight to voicemail. What that does mean, though, is that if you're happy to, I can put you through to SA's voicemail, and you can leave a detailed message there, Mark.
Sure, that'd be fine.
You happy to do that?
Yep.
Yeah, because unfortunately, we've already sort of not saying like exhausted all the other avenues here, but I don't think there would be anything else further that I could assist you with.
Yeah. Sorry, what was the name of the lady you put me through to? Joyce.
Tuesi. It's Tuesi Setu is the name of your case manager there.
Sorry, who?
I guess. So it's Tuese.
Oh yeah, Tuesi.
Yeah.
Sifu. Okay.
Yeah. Setu. Yeah.
Oh, Setu. Cool.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you for your call there today. Sorry, I wasn't able to assist you.
No, mate, you've been helpful anyway. It's just it's good to know that I'm doing everything in the right process. And
sounds like you're doing everything correct there. Yeah.
All good. All right. Thanks, mate. You have a great day.
So hold. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, thank you for your call, but hold the line. I'm going to put you through to her voicemail.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You've reached TCCT at the Manukau District Court. I am unable to take your call at the moment. If your query is urgent, please contact us at manukau.dc and justice.gwt.nz. Alternatively, please leave a message. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press # for more options.
Yes, good afternoon, Tuesi. My name is Mark Keane. CRI number is 2023 092 001416. My contact number is Otho. I'm calling in regards to a request for a transcript. I requested via email on the 11th of July. This is for a transcript of the oral decision or judgment. It's a whole thing really. I'm going to be filing an appeal, so I need a copy of the complete transcript from the 30th of June, held in room 19 in front of a couple of justices of the peace that I do not know the name of because I haven't got any documents to tell me who it was before. I need a copy of these transcripts. I was talking to the High Court this morning. I filed an appeal against the judgment and the incorrect court costs that have been issued on your notice of fine on the 1st of July. I need this dealt with at some point of urgency. The appeal is still awaiting a date to be set for the case management hearing, and I need to have a copy of that transcript supplied as soon as possible. I've again emailed a request through on the 11th of July. I then was responded to from your Deputy Registrar and asked for me to fill out an access to court documents form, which I've done, and also made my own access for documents notation for you as well. I emailed that through to you guys on the 17th. I've received no acknowledgement whatsoever from Manukau District Court, and be it manukau.dc or the various names on the reply emails that I have from in previous correspondence from Manukau. I've also sent it to Manukau JAT, and I've got no response. I'm not sure if it's because it shows that Manukau District Court have in error issued the wrong court costs, being that you've made it $130 and it was only $30. I have concrete proof that it was $30, and I have even contacted Mr. Neary, the opposing counsel from he was representing Auckland Transport in the matter, and I have him confirming to me that court costs were $30. I know it seems that it may be only just a small issue of being overcharged that $100 on the court costs, but now I'm getting chase-up emails from Department of Collections saying that they're going to slap another $102 for enforcement fees on it, when the only evidence they will accept is a copy of the transcript which Manukau District Court are not supplying me. I'm more than happy to supply you all of what I'm saying. I have all the notice of appeal and everything that I've now filed in the High Court, and I don't want to have to start seeking further legal redress against Manukau District Court and the Ministry of Justice for their failures in this. So if you could please call me back on either Otho or on CKAMARKOTHOKEEN@gmail.com, that would be appreciated. I'd like to get this matter dealt with and sorted out. The appeal will still go through for the judgment, but I've also put in the appeal that the court costs were incorrectly and, in my point, fraudulently issued. That's not something you guys get to make a mistake on. Thank you. Bye now. We'll see if that works, don't we? So there's Manukau District Court. We'll see if that does anything. Next phone call, Department of Collections. And we're going to confirm if it was just an automated message.